Was Nico Harrison right? Was he right all along? Did he know in the future that if he traded away Luka Doncic and what we thought was the worst trade in NBA history, still might be, that he was going to get Cooper Flagg in the draft lottery 3 months later? Because yes, the Dallas Mavericks, who had a 1.8% chance at moving up to the number one overall pick, they got it. They ended up moving up into the top four, and they got the number one overall pick. If everything just stays how it is right now, Cooper Flagg is going to be a Dallas Maverick. Yeah, not a Wizard, not a Jazz, not a Net, a Dallas Maverick. What is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? Yeah, I just live streamed my reaction to this, and I'm going to try to get this up for you guys on the night of the draft lottery here on May 12th. And it left me just utterly speechless. So you're watching the lottery unfold, and then you see the Blazers show up there at number 11, and you're like, oh my God, the Mavericks just got a top four pick. But last year we saw the Rockets move up into the top four. The odds of them still getting number one are very low. So maybe they're going to end up with an Edgecombe. That's nice for a fan base that kind of got gutted their fandom back in February. And then you see Charlotte's at number 4. Some other teams got some worse luck in the draft. And then Philly, we thought they weren't going to get a top 4 pick. Then they jump up into the top 4, or we thought that they weren't going to keep their pick. Roller coaster of emotions for them. They get number 3. Do they take Ace Bailey? Do they trade the pick? San Antonio at number 2, which meant Cooper Flagg was going to go number 1. I think it's very interesting for San Antonio because they have Dylan Harper lined up for them, but do they need another guard with Castle and Fox? You can let me know what you want to see in that number 2 pick Spurs rebuild. Maybe I do a rebuild where I trade it. Maybe I do it where I keep it. Because in the Dallas Mavericks, I mean, all over Twitter, you see is the NBA rigged, and you're like, all right, I don't think the NBA is rigged, but this time you may have something to say about it just because how much the ownership came in, like, was okay with trading Luka. Nico Harrison trades Luka. It was so embarrassing for them. They hit rock bottom. Kyrie tears his ACL. They don't even make the play, or they make the play-in tournament, don't even make the playoffs, and they get rewarded with Cooper Flagg a couple months later. It's actually kind of wild how they just got an out. They just got a life raft because this is one of the darker futures if they didn't win. In the AD Kyrie window, there were talks that maybe you trade Anthony Davis this offseason. Maybe you do. There's so many different variations of this number 1 pick rebuild we can do. We could trade number 1 for Giannis. We could trade Anthony Davis, or we can keep AD and Cooper Flagg. And that's what we're going to be doing today, because this can become like the best defensive front court in the league. I still can't believe this happened. You know what? For Mavericks fans, I'm happy for them. I am very happy for Dallas Mavericks fans that they got Cooper Flagg. After all of this, after you just got gutted Luka Doncic, you were supposed to retire 77 one day, and now you may retire whatever number Cooper Flagg wears at the NBA level. Ace Bailey actually goes number 2 in this. Noah Essegay goes 3, but I think this is going to be fascinating what's going to happen. Like I said, the Spurs or the Sixers could trade their picks. You never know with Nico, but now, like, oh my God, man. Now you could be okay trading away Daniel Gafford or PJ Washington this offseason because Flagg can contribute right away for you. This team was supposed to add like a Jace Richardson or Jeremiah Fears, and they actually got Cooper Flagg. I mean, it's kind of cool. I don't really care that much. I'm a Knicks fan. I kind of wish he was coming to the East. I think the East could have used another big name, but with the Kyrie thing that happened, the Luka thing that happened, the Quentin Grimes trade that happened, I'm happy for Mavericks fans. So here we are in free agency. We do want to bring back Kyrie Irving. I'm not going to play with injuries on, but I'm going to make sure that he's out at least the first half of next year. So we're going to try to find our point guard going forward. Let's give him a 3-year deal. I don't think anybody's matching that. And 2K already likes the Dallas Mavericks and some of the sim. So we're going to try to find our point guard to kind of bridge the gap throughout the first half of next year. Gafford and PJ Washington are looking for extensions because they could be free agents in 2026. Do we need PJ Washington now with Najee Marshall as a backup and Cooper Flagg, and you have Caleb Martin, you have Anthony Davis, Gafford, and Lively in the front court? I think we could look to maybe trade PJ Washington for a point guard, and maybe they could be like a good backup when Kyrie comes back. Yeah, and I really like this trade for us. We're going to be moving Dwight Powell and PJ Washington to Sacramento for Malik Monk, who could be our starting point guard, but then when Kyrie comes back, he could be a really good 6th man. It would be cool to get Clay a ring. Maybe he ends up getting traded this offseason as well. And I know Brandon Williams did show some flashes last year, but I feel a little bit better with Malik Monk running the point until Kyrie comes back. And that could also be Spencer Dinwiddie as well, who's been around forever. We could have honestly went after some of these guards also, but I don't think I was going to extend PJ Washington for what he was worth. So yeah, we're going to roll with Malik Monk right now. I'm going to bring back Dante Exum on a 1-year deal. All right, so we get Edwards back on the qualifying offer. Anthony Davis does regress a little bit. Kyrie's a 92. Just having Cooper Flagg on this team. There's so many fun defensive lineup iterations with this team because you can have 80 at the 5, Cooper at the 4. You can have Lively or Gafford at the 5, 80 at the 4, and Cooper at the 3. All right, so I think I want to re-sign Gafford, who said he wants starter money, and he and Lively can overlap. That is fine with me on their contract extensions. Lively, yeah, we don't have to worry about that right now. I wonder if the new gambling owners, right, that signed off the Luka trade would be okay going into like the aprons right now with this window. And I mean, I'm excited to see Kyrie Irving and Cooper Flagg, and I think this is also a great place for Cooper to develop because when Kyrie gets back, man, like he's not going to be asked to do too much offensively and can grow into that role over time, which I think is going to be really good for his development. That just kind of throwing him out there right away, like him running the show in Brooklyn would have been fun out of the gate, but I think this is actually going to be the best for his development. But yeah, like what if Nico Harrison, I mean, what if he's like, yeah, we need a point guard, Kyrie's hurt, and they end up taking Dylan Harper with the #1 overall pick? That would be wild. So like I said, until like February, I'm going to keep Kyrie out of the lineup. It's going to be Monk at the 1. It's going to be Clay at the 2. I mean, I might as well play Caleb Martin, right? We traded Quinn and Grimes. Oh my God, the future. I mean, you probably don't end up with Cooper Flagg if you trade Grimes, right? There's like the domino butterfly effect right there. But yeah, this team is actually pretty deep if they're able to bring back Kyrie. So we're going to go like 30 minutes to Monk to start off the year. We're going to Flagg there. Lively and Gafford, I think, are just still going to split minutes. I mean, it gives us a really good trade piece down the line as well. We're going to go like 18 to Marshall. 15, 15, 15. I want to see what we can get out of Max Christie, because if Clay shows that he's like maybe washed a little bit, we could get Christie in there. Let's go like 29 to Cooper Flagg. Let's go 36 to AD. We can go a little bit more to Clay. All right, so let's see how the season starts. We win the first 2 games. We win the first 3, and then we end up losing to Golden State. But yeah, like Dallas just throws them next year. I mean, I'm going to make the assumption that they're going to keep Cooper Flagg and right, it's kind of build around Cooper Flagg and Anthony Davis for the next 3 years. You already have the Thunder at the top of the Western Conference. Who knows what the Spurs or the Rockets are going to do this offseason? Like, the Rockets ended up dropping in the lottery to 10. They may be trying to get even more aggressive after Kevin Durant or Giannis. Same with the San Antonio Spurs, who now could dangle that second overall pick, not for KD, but for Giannis. They could still get Kevin Durant and keep the second overall pick in this draft. And then you already have the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Lakers, just the Warriors, so many good teams here in the West. Like, what are the Grizzlies going to be next year, right? The Pelicans should be at least a little bit more competitive if they're any more healthy. So yeah, I just think the Western Conference is just going to be a gauntlet dogfight yet again in the year 2026. And I just can't believe the Mavericks got this out, right? They just got handed that life raft, like I said before, and their future looks so much brighter now. And yeah, this team is off to an amazing start this year. We are 30-16. I mean, we were all making videos on YouTube saying, like, the Dallas Mavericks have hit rock bottom, and it was just so sad for them. And yeah, look how good this team is now. So we're about to get Kyrie Irving back, and Malik Monk, he's actually been our #1 scorer. Not the most efficient shooting in the world, but I'll take that. Cooper Flagg as a rookie, 17 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 5 assists. Yeah, like, we're, like, mocking up, like, all my mock drafts over on my Sauce channel, where I live stream for the draft. Link to that is in the description. Like, I'm mocking them. Jeremiah Fears, Jace Richardson, Yegor Demon, Rasheer Fleming, and now they have Cooper. Damn Flagg. Oh, it's wild, man. So it's going to be Kyrie, Clay, Flagg, AD, Lively. Now I just need to reallocate these minutes a little bit. Caleb Martin, hey, at least he's shooting 37% from 3 this year. I definitely want to make Malik Monk the 6th man, so would I rather play Gafford or Lively? I mean, I feel like Lively's the future, but Gafford's better right now. So honestly, like, I may trade Gafford in the offseason if we win a title, but I do think he's better right now than Lively. So let's do something like that. Max Christie this year, 36 from 3. Wish he was a little bit better. I do want to just get more minutes. Like, this bench is kind of very deep right now. Like, Jaden Hardy's shooting 39% from 3. And we're here at the deadline with the 3rd record or 3rd best record in the Western Conference. So Minnesota, like, they may gear up for Kevin Durant this offseason just to try to compete in this window before, like, the Spurs are really fully coming. We do have the 4th best point differential in the West, so I do think we could get a little bit better. But I basically just added Kyrie at the deadline. So I know our offense hasn't been great, but we've been an elite defense. I just got Kyrie back. I mean, everybody is under contract next year, correct? Like, AD is fine. Lively's restricted. Yeah, everybody's basically under contract, so I don't really think I need to make a major move right now. And Victor Wembanyama ends up winning MVP this year. Cooper Flagg takes home Rookie of the Year. 16 points, 7.5 rebounds, 5 assists, 2.6 stocks, 48, 36, 86 splits. Josh Giddey is your 6th man of the year. Wemby's your depoy. Montas is your most improved. Clutch Player of the Year is Steph Curry. Coach of the Year is Greg Popovich. Yeah, so the Spurs were really good this year. Imagine, like, if the Spurs got Wemby, you were never winning a 2K rebuild again. They would have dominated for the next 10 years. It's literally what you get in 2K. Like, you try to get Cooper Flagg and Wemby, and you just dominate the NBA for years to come. That would literally happen. So we got AD on all defensive first team, or excuse me, second team. There's 2 Thompsons on all defensive second team. Neither one of them, unfortunately, is Clay. We finished the year as the 4 seed. Okay, so I don't know how good we were when Kyrie came back. I mean, we still went 55-27. we would have been tied with the Knicks for the 2 seed in the Eastern Conference. So we still would have been very good. A 9.1 point differential, which is also still very good. That would have been second in the East as well. And then our leading scorer was Kyrie Irving. He dropped 19.5 points in 38 games. We are going to have to make some tough decisions for the playoffs. Some guys will end up getting benched. Like, I may have to bench Caleb Martin. It would have been nice if we just had Quentin Grimes on this team, but I think I'm going to bench Caleb Martin. We're going to have Marshall. Like, I may not even play. Hardy was good this year. I think I may play Christie over Hardy. So it's going to go, like, 15 to Christie, 18 to Marshall. And Najee was pretty... man, Najee was honestly not that great this year. Malik Monk, I want 28 minutes to. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to play Gafford a little bit more, even though, like, I think Lively's going to start next year. But I think Gafford gives us our best chance right now. We're going to give Clay a decent amount. Let's go 33 to Flagg, 37 to AD, 37 to Kyrie. And honestly, we can go 27 to Clay. So here we go. We're taking on the Golden State Warriors in round number 1. Clay versus his former team, which is pretty cool. And then we also have Cooper Flagg running the show now for us. Or I guess he's a sidekick. Kyrie drops 23. Flagg drops 20. Good start. Clay and Christie, 6 of 22. I'm going to need better performances out of those guys. We do end up losing. Oh my God, we scored 8 points in the second quarter. You know what, honestly, it's kind of early, but I'm going to give up on Max Christie already. And I'm going to, or excuse me, I'm going to give up, yeah, on Max Christie. We're going to go 10 minutes to, I think we're going to go 10 minutes to Najee Marshall. And now we're going to go 20 to Jaden Hardy. Game number 3 goes to the Dallas Mavericks, 116-109. Kyrie with 26, Clay with 19, 16 for AD. All right, big game 4 for us here, as we are going to win this one 3-1, 113-95. Jaden Hardy with 22, AD with 13. I mean, AD hasn't been great for us in the playoffs, like offensively. Defensively, he's been great. And you know what? We ended up winning. Series was a little bit closer than I would have liked. See, Jaden Hardy. That's why I wanted to get him out there. AD had 21 rebounds there in game number 5. We're getting a Texas team either way, and it's the 8-seeded Rockets who actually upset the 1-seeded Spurs. Okay, so I'll take that. Battle of Texas here in round number 2. 4 versus 8. You got 5. So both 1 seeds actually went down in round number 1. What are the odds of that? And then you have 2 versus 3 in both conferences. We win game 1, 117-104. Clay drops 19, was our leading scorer. I mean, Cooper Flagg's averaging 14 and 7. I'm asking way too much out of him in his first career playoff series. We win game number 2, 130-114. Let's go, 32 points there. In the fourth quarter, we outscored them by 17. AD and Flagg combined for 49. But yeah, if you guys want to see like another version of this where I trade number 1 for Giannis, you can let me know that. Because I can also do like a Giannis for Cooper Flagg rebuild, something I haven't really thought about before. Wow, okay, so we're up 2-0. Yeah, and then we just lost by 4. And then lost by 2 in overtime, which is kind of annoying. 23 for Flagg, 23 for AD, 18 rebounds and 5 assists. We take a game 5 lead. We end up winning this one in overtime. Damn, the last 3 games were very close. 30, 12, and 8 for Cooper Flagg. 26, 7, and 6 for Kyrie Irving. 17 free throws for AD. Don't let this go to a game 7, please. Okay, let's go. We win in 6, 130-86. Defense wins championships. Shout out Nico Harrison. Oh my God, man. I can't believe they actually still got number 1. Like, if you watched any of my content after the Luka trade, I felt speechless. This feels like a leave me speechless moment as the lottery gods get them some luck. Like the Hornets traded away Chris Paul, they get Anthony Davis. The Pelicans trade away Anthony Davis, they get Zion Williamson. The Knicks get Patrick Ewing. LeBron goes to Cleveland. Derrick Rose goes to Chicago. This is up there with like one of the more felt like it was rigged lottery moments in NBA history. I don't hate the Mavericks. I don't envy them. So you know what? Like, I'm happy for their fan base. I just still can't believe it happened. And you can tell that probably by my reaction. Minnesota, though. Anthony Edwards says, I don't care. Cooper Flagg, does not matter who it is. We are beating you guys. But we tied up 2-2. We win 109-107. So who's struggling here in the conference finals? Because, man, Kyrie, 35% from the field. Clay, 32%. Flagg, 28%. Okay, we are being terrible right now. All right, huge game 5. We end up winning this one. All right, so were we down 2-0? No, we were down 2-1. 3-2, don't go to a game 7, bang. The Dallas Mavericks, 1 year into getting Cooper Flagg, are in the NBA Finals. We're taking on the Toronto Raptors, and Tyrese Haliburton got Conference Finals MVP. It's kind of incredible, and they lost in 7. That would have been a fun series. I mean, Cooper Flagg in Toronto would have been really interesting. It's just so many teams got gutted on the lottery. Like, it was like boom, boom, boom. Raptors, Nets, Wizards, Pelicans, and the Jazz all outside of the top 4. The Hornets are like, oh, somehow we survived this. Maybe they got some imposter syndrome. No, gutted. They're at number 4. I mean, Philly felt gutted, and then they got their first round pick back. That was kind of crazy because they said on the lottery, like, they weren't going to get their pick. and then another team, or they were the ones that leaped. That's why they were fine, because 3 teams jumped into the top 4 there in the Spurs, the Mavericks, and the Sixers. And we're up 3-0. Or, man, maybe Nico knew. Maybe Nico knew, because they don't get Cooper Flagg. I mean, I'd rather have Luka Doncic than Cooper Flagg. What are you kidding me? But, I mean, Cooper Flagg and Anthony Davis does sound very interesting. Oh my God, wait, we lost that game. I was actually going to hop in there. We lost 93-95, Kyrie with 33. I was just imagining AD and Cooper Flagg. Because Cooper Flagg was so good at Duke with Kaman Maluach, just like a great rim protecting 5 next to him. Oh my God, man, that's going to be insane. I wonder if they're going to think about, like, moving Gafford this offseason. I don't think they move Lively just because they could be a little more patient with him. Like, do they move Gafford this offseason and then end up getting just, like, another good guard? Because Gafford would have some value. And now you have AD, but... You know, like AD really can't stay healthy. You can't really trust him right now. So maybe you keep Gafford and you can roll out a bunch of lineups and you can have AD have a ton of like load management this year and just rest him up for the playoffs, because Gafford's a good defensive center and Cooper Flagg can complement him very well. Cooper Flagg is an elite defensive playmaker as a prospect and elite offensive playmaker as well. Like, he can average 4 to 5 assists in his rookie year. Anthony Davis, 25 and 13. I mean, shout out to the Raptors making it here. I just don't like, oh, man, there's so much that unfolds from this draft. Like, I'd love to know your guys' thoughts in the comments below. Like, what are your thoughts and opinions on the lottery? And it's, like, because I think all eyes are on the Mavericks, rightfully so, but, like, what's going on in San Antonio? What's going on in Philly? How did Milwaukee view that draft? How did Phoenix view that draft? I mean, a trade idea that I kind of love actually, I don't know, because, yeah, I'm sure Phoenix would like to trade Kevin Durant for pick 3 with Philadelphia. And like, you can get Ace Bailey to maybe build around, but do you want to take back that Paul George contract? Probably not. Like, I thought about that. It would have to be like Beal. Nah, you can't really do that yet. It's just not happening. That would have been kind of fascinating. I mean, maybe Phoenix would want Paul George, because then you can get like pick 3 from Philadelphia. You can get Paul George, and maybe you can get Justin Edwards in exchange for Kevin Durant. I mean, that could give Philly an out. But I think, yeah, Phoenix is going to be all over Kevin Durant. I think San Antonio is going to be all over Kevin Durant. Gotten, like, some inside info about that potentially happening. And Giannis is going to be, like, the guy that holds up this offseason, though. Because, I mean, if Dallas is willing, but it's not just, like, trading one for Flagg. You also have to trade Clay, and you got to trade... I mean, trading Kyrie makes it easier. But you don't want to do that, right? Like, if you had an easy, matchable contract, you do that. But you would have to move Gafford and Clay and PJ... and Caleb Martin, and Cooper Flagg for Giannis. That's just not worth it, honestly. And yeah, AD and Giannis and Kyrie is fun, and you can keep, like, Najee Marshall and all of that, and Jaden Hardy and Max Christie, but, wow, Cooper Flagg just fouled out. I just don't see it happening. I think San Antonio could dangle Dylan Harper, Sohan Vassell, and draft capital. Maybe Houston is okay trading away Şengün after seeing Dallas get Cooper Flagg. We'll see. Like, I wonder also, like, what the Dallas Mavericks title odds changing all this. Emmanuel Quickly, where are you going, Quickly? Where are you going? Oh, that hurts me. I love Quickly in New York, so I feel bad there. But, man, that was kind of fresh from Kyrie Irving. It sucks that Cooper Flagg ended up fouling out. But, hey, Anthony Davis gets a 2nd ring. Kyrie gets a 2nd ring. Clay gets his 5th ring. Clay's got more rings all time than Steph. Unless Steph wins it all this playoff run. This was kind of electric. Jason Kidd gets a coach or a ring as a head coach. Not many players have gotten a ring while coaching and playing before. I'm sure there's plenty, but Steve Kerr is like the only one I could think about off the top of my head. And let's get that inside. Daniel Gafford. Are you kidding me, man? Are you kidding me? And the Dallas Mavericks win it all with Anthony Davis being your finals MVP. So yeah, we just got a ring 1 year into the Cooper Flagg saga. I know LeBron tweeted out like laughing emojis after the lottery. So yeah, I wonder how he feels. I mean, this kind of hurts their chance at winning it all next year. Just adds the Mavericks into a gauntlet team there in the Western Conference. And I don't know, man. Does this make the Mavericks have a brighter future than the Lakers? I know Luka didn't look great with the Lakers. Oh no, like he did. But you worry about his defense in the playoffs, and I wonder if Luka will get into a little bit better shape in the offseason so he could be a little bit more agile and look like he did as a rookie. But either way, I think the Mavericks, they might have a better future than the Lakers because they own a little bit more draft capital and have definitely a deeper roster. But I would... Whoa! Wait, no. I can't sign Jason Kidd. That's over our budget. What? Okay, there we go. I can sign him to that. It was like $1 million less, or not even $1 million less than what I was going to give him. All right, so, hey, Malik Monk was a pretty good, I guess, bridge point guard for us to come off the bench. I think we can consolidate a little bit of this money. Wait a second. Oh, I should have overrided his retirement. It would have gave me $15 million. I just kind of glossed over it. But yeah, Klay Thompson ended up retiring. So there goes 15 million. I could have potentially moved this offseason. I was going to trade Klay. But we are going to do this trade instead. I'm trading the Lakers 2029 first that we got in the Luka trade, Caleb Martin and Daniel Gafford to the Pacers for Andrew Nembhard, the playoff riser himself. We also get Sandro in this trade as well, which is kind of nice. And next year, it's going to be Kyrie at the 1, Nembhard at the 2, with Monk as the 6th man, Cooper Flagg at the 3, Marshall at the 4, or Cooper Flagg at the 3, Marshall backing him up, 80 at the 4, and Lively at the 5. That's kind of electric, I can't lie. And we do own our first-round pick. Yeah, give me Cooper Flagg's teammate from Duke, Isaiah Evans, who I thought was going to be a first-round pick in the 2025 draft. He withdrew his name. Maybe he got some really good NIL money. Now, all eyes are going to be on the 2026 draft lottery, but we got the draft coming up still, so what am I saying? Lively and Prosper, let's bring them back. I would like to get maybe another center this offseason, maybe a little bit better of a backup than Sandro. Ooh, I could sign Deuce McBride. I mean, that would be a steal. Damn it, he signed with the Memphis Grizzlies. Okay. Is there a good center here? Mo Wagner? Oh, yeah, let me get Mo Wagner in Dallas. Nope, he is going to sign with the Miami Heat. Does nobody want to come play for the team that just won an NBA title? So we get Brandon Williams back on the qualifying offer. Kyrie regresses a little bit. Cooper Flagg is up to an 89 overall. And, I mean, depending on what we hear over the next few weeks, but like on the night of the draft, I think I want to do a 20-year Cooper Flagg Mavericks rebuild, just knowing that they're going to keep the #1 overall pick. I think they should. I think they, like I said, they got a way out of this dark future. They can maybe get their fan base back invested on this team, especially if they can play well next year with Anthony Davis and Kyrie's coming back eventually. And I mean, dude, it's just the domino effect, which is kind of crazy. I'm going to bring back a lot of these guys right now for next year. But if Kyrie doesn't tear his ACL, now you really hope he comes back to the Kyrie that he was before the injury, and you never root for injuries. But if Kyrie doesn't tear his ACL, you probably win a couple more games. Maybe you end up beating Memphis in the playing tournament. And yeah, you don't end up in this situation. So you really never know. Just like everything happens has its domino effects in the NBA. And there was just like that event that Kyrie tears his ACL, and that basically gave, I mean, Dallas Cooper Flagg, but the Bulls could have had Cooper Flagg too because of the lottery coin flip, man. There was a coin flip, and the Bulls would have been in that spot. I mean, they get that spot regardless if Josh Giddey doesn't hit that half-court 3 against the Lakers. Oh my God, so much really changed the outcome over the last few weeks. It's just insane to talk about. So I want to go 33 to AD, 30 to Lively. Let's go 33 to Flagg in year 2. I want to go 30 to Nembhard, 33 to Kyrie. So coming off the bench, it's going to be Malik Monk, Najee Marshall, Max Christie, and then the remaining 10 minutes, not Evans. I'm going to give it to Sandro just to be the backup center, but AD can obviously stagger himself as the backup 5. Let's go to balanced, even though we won as perimeter-centric last year. 4.5 stars. Let's go. Honestly, we're trying to go back-to-back, and we have the talent to do so. And we're even better this year with year 2 Cooper Flagg. 44-6 after winning an NBA title. 18-game winning streak. 18.5-point differential. We are the #2 offensive team in the Western Conference and the #1 defense by a wide margin. And we have the best defense in the NBA. Kyrie's averaging 20. AD's averaging 20. Flagg is averaging basically 20 points and 7 assists, shooting 43% from 3. And as I'm losing my breath just gassing up Cooper Flagg, Derek Lively, 14 points and 10 rebounds now as the full-time starting center. Malik Monk shooting 39% from 3 off the bench. Andrew Nembhard, 43% from 3. This is a really good team. Even Sandro's been a very efficient big off the bench. I don't think I'm going to make any trades here at the deadline. We are rolling right now. Let's get that Lively extension locked up. So Cooper Flagg just won... What? Okay, a lot of heads, guy. A lot of just mind-blowing things going on right now. Cooper Flagg just won MVP in year #2. Did he win Depoy? That's the only thing I could think of. No, Wemby ended up winning Depoy. We went 70-12, so I guess they had to give it to a Dallas Maverick. He ends up on All-NBA first team, which, I mean, let's go. You just ended a top 5 player in the league, year 2 of his career. I mean, I don't even know. Wemby might have been an All-NBA first team guy this year if he didn't get the blood clot. He's not on all defensive first team, unfortunately. Is he on all defensive second team? He is not, but Anthony Davis is there. And we're taking on the Sacramento Kings here in round #1. I think we're in a different timeline than they are. They've added Jaren Jackson Jr. You know what? Good for them. Maybe they were able to flip PJ Washington for him. Yeah, good for them if they were able to pull that off. So we ended up with a 70-12 record, a 17.9 point differential. Absolutely like insane stuff going on over here in Dallas. 20 points for Kyrie, 20 and 10 basically for AD. We know Cooper Flagg's numbers. Malik Monk, really good 6-man off the bench, shot 40% from 3. Derek Lively averaged 13 and 9. So how do I want to construct this rotation? I may have to remove like Najee Marshall from the rotation. Yeah, 42% from the field, 25 from 3. We're going to have Max Christie be that wing for us off the bench. He can get like 20 minutes a night. Let's go 32 to Lively, 36 to AD, 36 to Flagg. Let's go 36 to Kyrie. So yeah, we should beat the Sacramento Kings here in round number 1. They actually won a game against us. 2K trying to mess with me. We lost by 5 actually in game 1, and then we rattled off 4 in a row to take on the San Antonio Spurs, who I thought we were going to have to play last year. That didn't happen. Kyrie was our leading scorer in game number 1. AD just shot 43% from the field. And let's see what the Spurs team looks like now. They've added Jonathan Kuminga, and they did draft Ace Bailey. I mean, they could take Ace number 2. It's not impossible. It's not impossible that they would do that. 121, 102, we win game 1. See if we can win game number 2. Nope, they end up winning this one. They do have Wemby, after all, who just put up 39 and 10 and had 3 blocks. We end up winning game number 3. AD had 31, 10 rebounds there for Derek Lively. Game number 4 goes to the Dallas Mavericks. Bang, 129, 106. Cooper Flagg, maybe with the best performance of his playoff career, 29, 16, 5, and had 3 blocks as we are up 3-1. They do force a game 5. Okay, they beat us by 16. I mean, they could definitely beat us. Okay, we're going to a game 7. Oh my god. We got outscored 34-17, and we basically blew it there. I think we were losing going into it. Either way, let's see what happens here in game 7. Are we able to beat them and move on to the conference finals? They're not even going to put any pressure on me. We are going to blow them out of the building. 119-98, 31 for Flagg. I just said that he had the best performance of his playoff career. Maybe he just topped that with 4 steals, 13 of 18 from the field. A rematch of last year's conference finals against the Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm excited for this one. Game number 1 goes to Dallas. Game number 2 goes to Dallas. Game number... Okay, they're not even going to put up a fight against us. We end up sweeping them. Cooper Flagg, 29 and 7. There's Cade Cunningham, 27, 5 and 7. And we're taking on the Detroit Pistons. We beat the Toronto Raptors last year in the playoffs. Let's see if we're able to beat them this year. 25 for Kyrie, 21 for AD, 20 for Cooper Flagg. I mean, the Pistons are a good team. I've been seeing a lot of Devin Booker stuff this offseason with them. I don't think that's going to end up happening. Game number 1 goes to Dallas. Game number 2 goes to Detroit. Game number 3 to Dallas. 4 to Dallas. Bang. We just won back-to-back NBA Finals. And Finals MVP is going to be Cooper Flagg. So AD got it last year. Cooper Flagg got it this year. Let's see if we're able to three-peat with this team. I mean, it's been too much fun with this squad right now. I think I could just come in here, walk in, start this Cooper Flagg or number 1 pick Mavericks rebuild, win 3 titles, and leave. That is the goal. I don't think we own a pick here in the 2027 draft. We do not. Our first rounder is going to go to the Clippers there at number 30. Probably some swaps involved. And I'm getting an elite backup center. Yeah, I'm trading within the conference, but Sandro and Najee Marshall are going to the Thunder for Isaiah Hartenstein, who's going to be an elite backup to Derek Lively moving forward. And I think we are really completing this team. Like, I'm very excited about next year as well, because we just won 70 games. Oh, man, just making my life too easy, 2K. Let's sign Vic Krejci. Why not on a 1-year deal? Kind of an underrated player in the NBA. And AD is still a 93. Cooper Flagg's already up to a 92. Same with Kyrie Irving. Bunch of 87s. Yeah, let's go win our 3rd ring. All right, so it's going to be Kyrie, Nembhard, Flagg, AD, Lively next year. So let's go like 19 to Hartenstein. We can do about 29 to Derek Lively. Let's do about 22 to Monk as the 6th man. Let's go 17 to Christie, 16 to Hardy. I think that's it. Like, we could just keep the 9-man rotation out there. 33 to Kyrie. We can do 32 to Nembhard. Let's go a bunch to Cooper Flagg for the regular season. We can, yeah, like, rest Kyrie and AD as much as we can. 4.5-star balance. Let's win ring number 3. All right, well, I'm dumb. I completely forgot. Like, so I stopped recording just to save some files or some storage on my computer. And yeah, we just won another ring. I kid you not. So I'll walk you through it a little bit. I apologize about this, but I was basically hyped because I just won 3 titles in 3 years. I came, I saw, I conquered. I mean, it was a great rebuild, but I was handed the golden ticket on a silver platter in Cooper Flagg. So we ended the season winning Coach of the Year with Jason Kidd. And we got MVP again with Cooper Flagg. We'll get to his numbers. 69-13 record, 17.6 point differential. Maybe by the numbers, last year's team was a little bit better. In the regular season, though, Cooper Flagg, all NBA first team after winning MVP. Also, all defensive first team for the first time in this video. A true 2-way elite superstar in this league. We actually ended up losing the first game to Portland by 2. We win game 2. Lose game 3. We were actually down 2-1. I'm like, oh my god, are we frauds? No, we win game 4, game 5, and game 6, all in pretty much blowout fashion. So we take on the Pelicans. A little scared about this team. Zion, Boozer, Edgecombe. You don't know what you're walking into. We sweep them. I was like, okay, I guess Portland's going to give me a little bit tougher of a test in round number 1. And then I'm like, all right, this is our biggest test here in the playoffs. In the conference finals, 3 straight. Darren Peterson, AJ DeBanza, both in OKC. They picked up Keyshawn George somehow. Shea, J-Dub, Chet, Mitch, Rob, we won in 5. So then I was like, okay, I feel like if we beat them, we'll win the finals. So I was kind of cocky going against the Pistons. Lose game 1, win game 2, lose game 3, lose game 4. We are down 3-1, win game 5 on the backs of a Cooper Flagg performance, masterclass. Win game 6 by 10. Cade went off, but Cooper Flagg also played well. Andrew Nemhard, playoff riser. And then we won game 7 to win the NBA Finals, 117-107. Cooper Flagg ended up getting his second Finals MVP of his career back-to-back. So yeah, that is going to be for me. Sorry about that ending there. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about Cooper Flagg going number 1 or any other lottery thoughts down below. Make sure you are subscribed because I'm going to be dropping playoff elimination rebuilds as well as all these lottery rebuilds as well. And number 2 pick Spurs, number 3 pick Sixers, but also could be doing 2 versions of those as well where we make trade ideas because I think both teams could be active in the trade market as well. If you did enjoy, appreciate you dropping a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already for more content all off season long. Can't believe that happened. Catch you on the next one. Peace.